Hello to another deck tech about basically the same deck, the Sultai Beanwings. This time, I was basically bullied by my friend to make this one because he loves the Beanwings really much. Let's just say, but yeah, this is a little bit more control-ish, like mid-range deck, which has more control-ish like elements with murderous cuts and stuff like that. Using the up the beanstalk for like controlling effects more than the Temur one that uses it for more tempo plays. But yeah, like the last deck, 4 up the beanstalks, like the name says, and 4 ledger shredders for setup cards. This is like the worst thing about the deck is that it only has 8 setup cards, and ledger shredder can be answered. So the starts aren't as consistent always, but it's still like whenever it finds the beanstalk, it goes off. Then there's of course the other namesake card, Storming Entity. Like again, it becomes a Serum Visions basically if you have a beans. But then we don't have the Gigastorm Giant Titan, except we have Sheldreds. Sheldreds are really good for the deck because if it survives, you can like start using your beanstalk more efficiently thanks to the life gain that you're gonna get. It's not like rare to see that you're gonna gain like 6 to 8 life a turn, and then of course it clocks your opponent with its you lose 2, and it's a 4/5, so it's not a small body. And because this deck can go to the longer games, it's not very surprising to see 5 mana, so play Shelter and then hold up like a Murderous Cut to get that 2 life at least. Then we go to the interaction. That's all the creatures. It's only 11 creatures. 4 Thoughtseizes. Well, we are playing Pioneer, we are playing black, so 4 Thoughtseizes, obviously. And same goes for 4 Fatal Pushes. In my opinion, best removal in Pioneer at the moment. Fatal Push is just solid. Then 4 Murderous Cuts, like I said, like triggers Beanstalk and kills anything. How about 1 mana Murder? Really good answer. Then 2 Meathook Massacres. The deck needs somehow to slow down the faster decks. Realistically, you basically are gonna win the mice anyway, but it's still a really good card against them, a really good card against any aggressive deck. Can trigger beans and usually doesn't kill anything from you if you cast it for 3, if your Ledger Shredder has connived at least once, and your Storming Entity is gonna get prowess. But yeah, that's the interaction. Then there are the cantrips, 4 Sleight of Hands, and 4 Considers, and only 2 Opts. Not as many cantrips that you would like imagine, because it isn't as crucial to get the double spell, because you can wait a turn, or you can like Fatal Push and stuff, but you still need the good amount. And then the really big upside of being a Sultai, 2 Raksasa Spargens. Divination, an instant speed that fills up your graveyard and trigger beans. That's really important fact that this becomes Ancestor Recall with 1 beans. And it's a really good value card for the deck. So the deck has different ways of triggering the beans. Then the lands, like I said with the Temur one, that it was basically a copied one. You're gonna see now that there's 4 Darkslick Shores, 3 Botanical Sanctums, 3 Blooming Mars, 3 Water Grave, 2 Breeding Pools, 3 Shipwreck Marsh, and 1 Island. So basically the same. Then the sideboard, there is Wondrous. What have we been testing out? Having the Wondrous is enough, because you don't want to see the 6th one ever, like 6th hand attack. Then 1 Cut Down for like 5th push, basically. 2 Annuls. This is just a preference for me, because we have so many Leyline Binding or enchantment decks in our local meta. 2 Abrupt Decays, just all-around answer. Then there's the 1 Negate, 2 Mystical Disputes, really good core. Then a card that we both love, Kalitas, really good against creature decks and aggro decks. 1 Raxa's Bargain, so we have a better... another divination against the slower decks. We ain't sure if this is needed actually, should it be another counter spell maybe. And then 4 Leyline of Voids. What I tested, this is basically the only answer that can consistently answer against Phoenix and Greasefang. Of course, it has its own problems, but thanks to example Ledger Shredders, if it gets bounced to your hand or you draw another, at least you have a way to discard it. There are situations when it's bad, but what I've been testing out, this is the best answer. Because they need to answer it, and if you have your opening hand, you have a more tempo play in a sense. But yeah, Sultai Beanwings, mid-range deck, more control side, not a fully control deck still, because you have beaters. Really nice deck. This has done extremely well in our local Pioneer, warm-up storage championships, and or the event GeckoCon. It has put its numbers in here. But yeah, thank you.